Hello, everyone. I just came back from Quentin Tarantino's new movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And I gotta say, as a major Quentin Tarantino fan, I was disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. Before I get too deep into this review, spoiler alert, I'm not too sure I'm really gonna dive into spoilers, but my ramblings can lead to places that I can't control, so my bad if I do spoil anything. So right now, spoiler alert. But yeah, I did not really care much for this movie. I do say go see it, especially if you are a fan of Quentin Tarantino, but this movie wasn't very compelling, I gotta say. It's funny, it has good acting, has good production value, but what the story encompasses, it's not gripping, it's not intense. There's no real big action beats that I kind of expected in this movie for being a Quentin Tarantino movie. I kind of expected, like some Kill Bill, some Django Unchained crazy action, which I think that maybe that was my problem going into this movie. I had maybe high expectations for it when I should. My friend tells me I should set no expectations for movies and I'll never be disappointed. But I can't help it. I'm a huge fan. I have posters all around of my room of his movies. I love this guy. I grew up on him. So when I came into this, I came in with a certain standard. I don't want to sound like you know, entitled fan, but I gotta be honest, I didn't like it. Leah was great. Leah was very funny. Same with Brad Pitt. They were very funny, and I love Margot Robbie. She has my heart. All right, but I'm sorry. She could have been cut out this fucking movie. The Sharon Tate stuff, bit of a snooze. I'm sorry. I love you, Margot Robbie. Oh my god, I can't. I'm so sorry for saying this. I'm sorry, Margot. I love you, but I want you to have as much money and as much work as you can get. But in this movie, I didn't care for you. I'm sorry. I didn't fucking. You're nice to look at, but I didn't care for you. Your character went nowhere. Yeah, I didn't really get that cool dialogue too much in this movie. I was like expecting a Quentin Tarantino movie. I mean, there was good dialogue. Don't get me wrong. There's funny parts and shit, but no intense dialogue you expect from a Quentin Tarantino movie where shit about to go down. Oh shit, this guy's about to, like in Pulp Fiction, where Jules about to mow down a guy in the beginning. He's saying that intense Bible quote like, "Oh shit," or like in Glorious Bastards, where in the bar scene where they got the guns pointed at each other, and it's like, "Oh shit," you get none of that. And I thought maybe you even get that as like but in a movie verse, you know what I'm saying? Like you get that type of intense dialogue, but maybe it's not the dilemma is not so extreme where it's like life or death or anything. It's just like, oh, maybe because they play with Leo's character, his thing is that maybe is he not going to get the next part or whatever. So I thought maybe they get some intense shit like that. Is he washed up? But I feel like they really never dived into it too much. So I don't know, like just no arc in the story. I feel like the only character that perhaps has an arc is the Brad Pitt's character, but he has to split his screen time though with Sharon Tate, which is a nothing story, and Leo's story, which is not a nothing story. It's just not that interesting. It's funny, but I gotta be honest, it wasn't that funny when it comes to his part where he's in a TV show set. I mean, there's some good quips in it, but I don't know. Overall, not too funny in that scene. It doesn't get really till super funny for me till the end, because that's when you see some murders that are like over the top, and just the dialogue is overall funny in that. But yeah, I still recommend go seeing it. You know, that's the fanboy in me. Quentin Tarantino, go see it. I don't know. You might be bored. I hate to say it. I mean, I wasn't too bored, but you know, I was like, oh shit. What time is it? You know, but I wasn't avidly checking my phone or anything like that. I was just like, is this movie wrapping up? The movie must be. I mean, I was like, this movie's going along. You know, it's been a good chunk of movie, but I feel like nothing really happened in this movie. So I was like, oh shit. Especially because I knew going into this movie that's Charles Manson movie. And that's a thing I'm disappointed about. This really has nothing to do with Charles Manson too much. You know? And I was a little worried about that in the trailers. I guess I should have expected that because in the trailers, they barely had him at all. And yeah, he's barely in this fucking movie, you know? And I know Quentin Tarantino, he's a big fan of the history of Charles Manson and the cult. And I thought they'll do some shit with that, but no. They did nothing. Fucking nothing in this fucking movie. Ah, God. Still, go see it. Alright. Bye-bye.